Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my 4th grade niece's school year. She is now in the 3rd quarter, I would say about 2 weeks in. Everything is going really well. I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys. If you guys have been around this channel, you know that we used to do school together all the time, but things happen and things come up and things change it. So it's an ongoing process of us trying to do school together and then kind of like it not working out. But I do bring you guys all of their curriculum choices and everything at the beginning of the year just to kind of give you guys an idea. I am the one that usually helps my sister find the curriculum and I kind of get it set up for her for the year. I really enjoy doing it and that is why I do it. And I also do it to help my sister because she just goes with it. So unless it's something that she does not like care for, she'll tell me. But so I wanted to kind of talk to you guys, let you guys know how it's going. I know a lot of you have been around my channel for a long time, so you have seen my niece here doing school with us and day in the lives, and you hear me talking about them all the time. So today I just wanted to touch base with you. If you haven't already seen my other recap videos, I have my 5th graders and my K-5 recaps for 2nd quarter up now on my channel if you want to check them out. I will be doing a 9th grade update, so make sure to check that out as well. Okay, so I just wrote some notes down because my sister has been teaching her. I really haven't except for science. So yeah, I wrote notes down so that I can explain everything to you guys. So basically she has an eclectic school year. She has different types of curriculum from different companies, and she's also doing some unit studies. So we're going to start off with Bible. That is usually our first subject. That's why it always pops into mind first, and also it's Bible, so I guess it should pop up first, right? So she is doing the Abeka Bible. Again, if you've seen my 5th grade curriculum choices, I showed there, and I have a lot of videos of flip throughs where I'm sharing the actual curriculum with you. But she's working through the Abeka Bible curriculum, and she also uses her verse cards that I created for them, I want to say 2 years ago. And I think that's it. She's doing her Bible character book that I created for them. If you guys are interested in looking at any of those free Bible supplements, you can find them on my website. They're down below in my description. So that's basically what they're doing for Bible. And it's really just a basic Bible curriculum. It is a Bible teaching curriculum, which is really nice. I love that about Abeka. Okay, so moving on into like her language arts, it has language, reading, writing, spelling. She does Abeka. For that, she actually does do all of Abeka. With my daughter, like I kind of changed up some things, but my sister just has her strictly do Abeka's language arts. So this is her 3rd quarter booklet that I have here. She has started, like I said, she's like 2 weeks in. But in this little booklet, I have all of her subjects for 3rd quarter in here. This is how I organized the kids' curriculum for the year. This is how I did my 4th grade niece, my 5th grade, and my 9th grade niece. And then I do my kindergartners different. I'm not sure how I'm doing his next year. I'll have to sit down and figure it out. But for the 3 girls, I do it in this. So this is all of 3rd quarter's work. So basically she has all of her her language arts here in this first divider here. And then so she's working through language through Abeka. Like I said, this is a reading comp that she does that Abeka supplies in their full grade curriculum. So that is her reading comp. It's just like a story and she has to answer the questions, or it's sometimes like a pamphlet, it's a poster, just something like that along those lines. Let's see if she has anything else. I think that, oh no, she has her spelling in here, I think, as well. And her quizzes and tests for language. So this is like her quizzes and tests. So basically this is where all of her worksheets are that can go in this type of finding, you know. She also does her penmanship, which is in this book here, and she writes it on just regular paper. It has like the prompts here for her to do. She does also do my writing prompts that Tally did last year that I handed down to my sister so that she could work on those just to have some added fun. And then for reading along with her reading comp, this is her speed comprehension. Tally does this as well. It's really good for them. They get to read a story and then answer questions. It's kind of like a quiz just to see where they're at with understanding the story and being able to answer the questions. So she does do this. And this is her reader that she is doing with their reading. Again, I don't use this with Tally, but she uses this for her and she enjoys it. So honestly, it really just depends on where your kids are, what they like, what they don't like. You kind of, you know, manipulate things. Now, obviously it's something, if it's something that you know that they need, definitely give it to them, even if they don't want to do it, like math or spelling or something like that. But you could definitely change up the curriculum or the way you're teaching. Another thing, she is doing spelling through Abeka. The spelling lists come in here, and then you just use your own worksheets or lined paper to have them work through this workbook. And then in the back of this book, it does have poems, and she is actually doing the poems. I don't have my daughter do the poems, but you definitely could. Now, Ari is enjoying Abeka. Does she love it? Probably not, but she's excelling, she's learning, she's moving forward, and she gets it done. So another thing that she does for reading, she reads some on her own, and she, excuse me, and she has been reading I Survived Hurricane Katrina, and this is just like a side reader that she reads. We're having the girls, the 4th and 5th grader, read these just because we did them for science, and we thought that they'd be kind of cool to go along with that. So we're just having the kids read these to go along with it. Okay, so moving on from language. I'll jump into math. Now, she was using teaching textbooks last year. We changed it to Saxon math. Don't mind her book. I don't know what she does with this thing, you guys. She must hate math. She really does hate math. That's funny. But you know, some of us love it and some of us don't really care for it. And this is a subject that she's not too fond of. But she is doing Saxon. I'm gonna do a bigger video, like a video just meant for Saxon, just to kind of talk about the pros and the cons and what's working and what's not for the different kids that we are using this for. But she is going to finish off the year with this for sure. I'm thinking Ari's gonna move into something else for math. We're not gonna stick with Saxon for her. But we aren't quite sure yet. We are still trying to look to see what there is. We have ideas, but we're just not sure. So she is doing well. I will say that depending on your student and how they learn, with Saxon, they do go into new concepts, and you watch a video. Well, you can choose. We do Nicole the Math Lady, and she gives a few problems and she works with you for a second, but some kids I feel like need a little bit more than that. So I think it just depends with math and how you learn, but I feel like she may need a little bit more guidance. So we're trying to figure out what we can do to help her in that way. She will definitely finish out Saxon, and it's not that she's not liking it, and we actually like it and how it's laid out, but we just have to find something else for her. But she's basically working through this huge workbook. And then she's also doing her worksheets sometimes. Most of the time my sister has her do the worksheets in here, and she's doing her tests and she's doing the investigations. So again, we're still working through Saxon, but I will do a better video on that, like one strictly just for Saxon to actually talk about it and break it down. Okay, so last year let me think. Last year, I think Ari started geography last year when we started it the year before. And then, so I'm hoping this doesn't confuse you, but with my 5th grader, we started 50 states from Knotgrass, not last year, but the year before. And that year, Ari didn't do it with us, but she jumped in last year and did it with us. And she just started where we had kind of like left off so we could do the class together. I'm sorry if the lighting got weird. It got really overcast outside. But let me take this cover off so you can see it. So she started doing it with us a year behind us. So now she's continuing it through this year. And she'll be finished with this, I think actually in a couple weeks for the whole year. But so this is Our 50 States by Knotgrass. It's a huge book. I have a flip through of this book. We love Knotgrass. We love Knotgrass. We have used it for several years. We use their history. We've used it elementary through junior high. But this is on geography. So it comes with this. And then if you've seen my videos, you guys already know, but it comes with a workbook and like a review. So these are questions and these are like more fun pages. Now we did decide to add in these Which Way Highlights magazines. These are really fun to add in. If you start doing this with your kids, I would say maybe 2nd grade until 5th grade, you would be able to like just go through it, you know, not in a rush, just kind of take your time through the actual book and the workbooks. And then you could do these as well. Now these you order online through Highlights, and they send you 2 books every 3 weeks or so. And it comes with like its own little map. And when you open the map, it's really cool. It has activities, it has questions, it has a huge map. I have a video on this as well if you guys want to check it out. It is on my channel. And then it comes with little license plates that you put on like a keychain that they send you the first time you sign up. But she's finishing this off, and I'm really thinking she'll be done with this quarter. So geography, she's working through that. This year for Ari, we changed up her history to Heritage Studies by BJU. This is her little textbook. I don't think it's a textbook, but it's kind of a textbook. This is where all of her reading happens. They're doing pretty good on this. We did have a few unit studies at the beginning of the year that we had to finish off from last year. So, you know, we did get a later start with the history. I want to say maybe like a month and a half late. I'm hoping they get through most of this. Now, I will say that if you are going to be doing elementary aged history through, you know, all of elementary years, and you're going to just be basing it off of American history, just know you will be touching on the same people and the same events. Now, they will add in some new events or new people that maybe they hadn't heard of, but for the most part, it is basically just like recapping over recapping over recapping. That's at least been our experience. We have used Abeka, Knotgrass, and now Heritage Studies. And I mean, they basically touch on most of the same things. My daughter is using Knotgrass. What is it called? Forget what it's called. How am I drawing a blank? I'll put the name here for you guys. But basically that is touching on pretty much what Ari is touching on. And we touched on it in Knotgrass 1st through 4th grade. I will say though that it does change up. It does. So, I mean, doesn't really matter, I don't think, where you go, just as long as you like the curriculum. But she will be finishing up this, I'm hoping this year, because we have plans for her for next year. But what we've noticed is history does tend to take us a little bit more time because we do add in unit studies. And so when that happens, we just finish off the book the next year, and then we kind of roll into the next year onto something new, if that makes sense. So history, I'm not too worried about. We do try to stay on track with like language and math, but like science, history, geography, stuff like that, any type of elective or anything like that, we kind of just let it happen the way it happens these days. We used to really be like on a tight schedule and trying to get everything done. And sometimes I think you just need to sit back and let life kind of happen and not be so wrapped up, but still make sure you're getting your education for your kids in whichever manner that is for you guys. But I did want to mention, let me see my notes real quick. So for Ari and her history, my sister did mention that they do not follow this curriculum exactly. They come with different types of workbooks and they come with visuals. Now they do use the visuals. Those are actually really cool. So really cool is with Heritage Studies is with their history, it comes with like a pack of visuals that you can print out. It's like on a PDF CD that they give you when you get the pack. And so if you're going over a specific event, they may have some photos in there or illustrations that you can share with your kids, just kind of for like an added visual. And I think that that's really important for our kids that like seeing visually things, you know what I mean? Just to kind of paint a picture in their mind. They're actually seeing it to help them through that. Now they do have 2 different types of workbooks. So I guess they just have 2 different books that you can look through and choose, or you can do all of it. It is a lot of work if you choose to do all of it, but if you just choose one or the other, they do have a choice. So we have something like this. Now this was a PDF. I did print these out. This was not an actual book that they sent. It came in the pack, but it was a PDF. And then they have something more like this that was actually in the book. Oh my gosh, this booklet is like just popping off at the seams, you guys. Okay, so it's more like this. They have mapping here on the back. So that's pretty much how BJU is and how they've been using it. So yeah, I think that that is it. I don't know if she's been working on any electives. Oh, science. So science, she just has been working with me on unit studies. We finished some of our natural disaster books. So there was one that kind of like talked about all different types of natural disasters. We did that booklet in our workbook. And then we did earthquakes and tsunamis, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, so now we're in 3rd quarter. We're working through volcanoes, halfway through with that. We have a few more to do, and then I'm not quite sure. We shall see, you guys. We're rolling with it. So that's it, you guys. That is my recap for my 4th grade niece. I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys, let you know how all the curriculum is working, how we're getting through it, especially because we share at the beginning of the year on our curriculum choices and how we're liking it and how it's going. So I'm hoping by 4th quarter, I will start recording my reviews on some of the curriculum we have been using, what we're liking, what we're not. So just make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you are alerted anytime I have a new upload. And that is it, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon. Be safe and be blessed. Bye, you guys.